Hi, friends. Hey, we're back in my shop today because I had a Charter Arms 32 H&R Magnum undercover. It looked a lot like this one, and I customized it, and my wife picked it up, Susie, and she went, "Oh, cool, thanks." And so, well, anyway, I got another one, and I thought you'd like to know what I did. And so basically a stock Charter Arms 32 undercover, it's unloaded. Uh, I detail stripped it down to the last pin. I bobbed the hammer off. I did a real slight melt on it. It's got an aluminum frame, steel cylinder, steel barrel. Interestingly enough, this gun has this like polymer subframe here. So it weighs 13 ounces, which is astounding. Uh, I zeroed the fixed sights. I had to mill the left one left a little bit, or the rear one left a little bit. The front, I lowered it slightly. Let's see, I think I said I did a light melt. Oh, I did polish the face of the trigger, cut a new muzzle chamfer. I think you can see that. And a new, recut the forcing cone because they tend to be pretty rough. You know, actually on most guns, it's really amazing. Uh, those two things seem to have a good deal of effect on accuracy. I also beveled these chamber mounts a little bit. I used just a reamer, do it by hand, like you deburr something with. It's a real piece of hardened steel. And then I did a complete action job while I had everything disassembled, which is pretty simple on a Charter Arm. I left the springs stock because people tend to, lighten the hammer spring and stuff like that. And you know what? You're playing with fire when you do that. It's better to make the action smooth because then you'll be surprised at how light it actually feels. If you just lighten the springs, you can still have a gritty action and you risk having a misfire, which on a gun like this, you don't want to do because this is a defensive gun. So uh, I did a video of how I milled the rear sight, and then we shot it again. And so right now it's zeroed with Black Hills 32 H&R Magnum defensive ammunition at about 7 or 8 yards, and it'll just shoot this like quarter-size group at that distance. I've also been loading 98 grain full 32 wad cutters at about 850 feet per second. And not only do they just shoot spectacularly, but I think they'd be pretty darn good defensive load. And Buffalo Bore makes something like that, but I wish more people would. So, all right, if you have any questions, post them in the comments, okay? Thanks for joining me in the shop. And now I have my gun back until Susie sees it.